Now for our Sunday specials. Innovation doesn't always begin in big factories. Often smaller workshops provide the spark. Well, in Kano State, a 60-year-old woman is fabricating both electric and petrol-powered vehicles, proudly made in Nigeria, with the goal of reducing transport costs and cutting down pollution. And TVC News senior reporter Ibrahim Isa, in this Sunday special report, takes us inside her workshop to see how local ingenuity is turning metal plates into life-changing machines.
Kano State, the commercial capital of northern Nigeria, has for many years been a hub of creativity and innovation, where ideas from ordinary people turn into practical solutions. In Tanzaki town, one such innovator is Rukaiya Khalid, a woman in her 60s who is fabricating both electric and non-electric tricycles in her modest workshop. Her journey into innovation started years ago with fertilizer production, moving from granules to liquid solutions. Today, she has expanded her skills into locally made tricycles. With the support of a few welders, Rukaiya has turned her workshop into a small production line for these vehicles.
Before now, like 5-6 years ago, I came across an tricycle, a very beautiful one, which I had never seen it up till now. It's a foreign one, I think. So I was like, so when I saw it, I picked interest. And I was like, I can do this. Well, I was like, so I now saved the picture. I even showed it to my first son. He's a matured guy, almost your age, maybe he's around 40 now. So I showed him, he knows what I can do. If I say I want to do something, I'll do it. Yeah, so since then, it's still there. Even our manager knows. I told him some time ago about it, that I want to do tricycle. That was 2 years back or so. So when the market of fertilizer stopped, you know, the liquid one, which were more popular in it, Growtech fertilizer. So I was like, okay, instead of staying idle, let me start this hobby. Let me start this thing. I want to put it to bring it into life.
Rukaiya initially focused on electric tricycles, which she proudly displayed at her workshop. However, she later shifted to producing petrol-powered models due to challenges with importing batteries and the lack of reliable electricity for charging.
So along the line, when we are still there, I start seeing, I now saw tricycle, that's the electric one. And I start seeing, few of it on the road. I was like, I can still do it. Especially including one program. I don't know if I have to mention it in the other people that interview me, Arewa 24. They were talking of climate change, blah, blah, blah. I was like, So I see that we are interviewing people on climate change, how they will help. So I was like, okay, I can do it. You understand? So that's how I have some money. I've been producing, we've been fabricating the tricycle. Like if you look around from here to our showroom, I think we have almost 10 tricycles. Because there was a time I bought a huge materials. So I have just one worker. Somebody that, stitched it for me, but I'm the brain behind every single thing.
Unlike conventional models that are mostly assembled, Rukaiya's tricycles are made entirely from scratch, cut, welded, and shaped from raw metal plates, making them distinctively Nigerian.
For most of the tricycles you saw, they assemble it. It's they bring it in cartons and in cases. All they need to do is to use nuts. They bring this one, tied it. But we fabricate from the plates and irons. We cut the pipe, we cut everything. So it's completely made in Nigeria, proudly Nigerian products.
Despite Rukaiya's creativity, She believes the future of electric tricycles remains uncertain. For her, the main obstacles are the lack of stable electricity to charge batteries and the high cost of importing replacements.
It's a very big, it's a tough one, to be frank, because some of them are crumbling. You know why? The light issue. It has to be charged. And the few ones, you know, they are not many. I think so far it's just 2 or 3 companies that brought it. There's the bank one, then there's I don't have to mention another, you know, rich people that brought their own, which is, you know, riding here in Kano. You see one, you know, one of it here and there. So there are problems, because I met with their drivers, how they are struggling with the batteries. You know, maybe the batteries won't last, you know. Initially, they used to be okay, but after some few months, and for you to fix it, you have to import again.
Innovation is not limited to big factories. It can begin in a place like this. These tricycles, constructed by Hajiya Rukaya, prove that local talents can also address pollution and transport costs. But the big question is, will the society support these kind of initiatives, or will they continue relying on imports? Her work is not just confined to the workshop. One of the tricycles is already on the road, proving its place in real transportation. Ministry for the Environment in Kano State is complementing efforts of Rukaya Khalid by drawing up strategies for control of pollution, among other climate change-related efforts.
So what we are trying to do is that we're trying to address climate change from a nature-based perspective. These trees are important in promoting cooling effect, in promoting quality of air, in preventing flooding, deforestation, you know, and many other things.
Beyond environmental projects, the Kano State government says it is now working to identify and support innovators across the state.
Innovators in Kano, especially the non-IT innovators like Hajiya Rukaya, does not have that attention that they deserve, and that is why we are currently fine-tuning our plans to start mapping the non-IT innovators we have in Kano and have their own database.
According to the Brita Bridges report, Beyond the Noise, just 10% of Nigerian startups that received funding from 2019 to 2003 were founded by women, and those women-led ventures got only 0.7% of the $600 million total deal volume. Metal fabrication and mechanical construction remain heavily male-dominated in Nigeria, often seen as work reserved for men with physical strength and technical training. Yet in the midst of welding sparks and heavy machinery, Rukaya Khalid is proving that innovation has no gender. Ibrahim Isa, TVC News, Kano.